Not bad. Not bad. Hello there. Namaste. I'm EL-SCRIBBLER.
Hey, I didn't even get a chance to see the little video countdown. I actually like that. Mine said browser failed to see it. That's some bull. That's some bull. But what's up, everybody? It's your boy Maurice back at it again. That's some bull.
Yeah, it's some bull.
Like, I'm looking at
apparently.
my Instagram and I see it's going on there. That's some bull.
You see it on
Whatever.
Instagram, but you don't see on it.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah. So The Last of Us
I can't
episode,
see it.
season 2, episode 5, day 2. Yeah, day 2.
Yep.
I don't know. There are things I like about it, and then there's one thing that I'm still pissed off about. And then, of course, there's the part where they're literally just adding things to add to the script to make it the runtime even longer. You already have 20 minutes of credits, and then they add in a few pointless scenes, and then it's just like, you could have literally had this probably be a 20-minute episode. And I would have probably enjoyed it much more if that was the case.
Hold on. Like what pointless scenes?
Okay, so where they're talking
I
about
like the cold open.
That whole thing, it was just like, because literally the second Ellie leaves the room, Dina gets up to tell her, I've already found everyone. It's just like that was literally was there so Ellie could play on a guitar for a second. It's just like, I don't care for that. I really don't. Sorry, it's a little thing that
don't all movies and shows have pointless scenes of dialogue where it's just
not
like
always.
we didn't need that conversation about the fact that you like Frito-Lays, you know? Like there's a lot of shows. So I'm not even gonna sit there and put that past me personally. I think that's just nitpicking.
Yeah, it's not, it's just a little thing that always annoys me. That's just what it is. It annoys me personally, and that's always been the case.
Now I do like the cold opening where we're talking about the basement, how they had to lock down the level. When go ahead. When she brought up Leon. Leon, I automatically knew. I'm like, okay, we're gonna see Leon this episode.
Yep.
And then it sucked that Leon was her son too.
Yep.
And then the fact that, you know, it goes from he's calling and to sit there and say, you know, also I walked in as they were talking. Did they say exactly when that happened? Did it say like, you know, a year ago or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
That's one thing that bothered me, is it doesn't feel like a cold open to me. It just felt like it was I don't know how to explain it. It literally felt like it had just happened, and then the next scene is Ellie and Dina talking about triangulation. It literally felt like it was just a there.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I was asking, like, was there a date or something?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't feel like a cold open, because it didn't really do much to the story except establish what's going to happen in the episode. It wasn't like in season 1 where we got a cold open and they're discussing how fungus will be like one of the worst plagues to the world.
Yeah.
I love those. Or you have the Isaac walking out and then killing his crew in a truck. That one was cool. But this one, it felt like that's the start of the episode. It's not a cold open. It's just the start of the episode, because it's establishing what's going to happen later. And then we go to Dina and Ellie.
So okay, so like I said, I thought it was like, you know, something that happened a while ago. Okay, cool.
No, it was literally something that happened there.
Because I was wondering when they were saying it, I'm like, didn't in the first season we already established that the spores are airborne, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that was just, you know, in that timeline. Okay, I get it.
The thing that it makes it seals it is, remember, the lady says, Isaac, if you were gonna die, Isaac, or the lady was like, if I was gonna die, Isaac would have been here.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I was just waking up. I woke up. I'm like, fuck, I gotta. Every Sunday, I always accidentally take too long of a nap, and then I wake up like maybe 15 or 30 minutes after 9, and I'm like, damn it, he's already watching it.
Yep, I was getting the review out and everything. But okay, so she literally says that, Isaac is interviewing a scarred right now, dealing with that problem. Okay. So literally, this is happening while he's torturing that scarred member. That's how they're establishing it. That's how I saw it as linked. Other than that, it's there.
Okay. Now, yeah, the triangulation, don't, whatever. Skip past that to where we actually see them. One, I like that we see more of the scars, like, just massacred and everything. And then you get to see, you get to hear about Dina, because she keep always going like, hey, we could turn back. We could turn back. Like, Dina can't handle herself. Like, she hasn't seen just as bad, just as much messed up stuff as Ellie has. Like, you're not the only one that has been through things, that have seen things. So when she sat there and explained to us, explain what happened with her mom and her sister, her first kill at 8, it's just like, yeah, like, I mean, it didn't hit me. I just knew it was like, yeah, she's gonna have a story too about her life and all that. So
Yeah,
I like.
It didn't feel like a tearjerker because it
Oh
literally
no,
felt like it was there, but I was like, yeah, this is the world they live in. This is
because
just
she wasn't going for no sympathy. It was just like telling her, like, you are not the only one that has seen some shit. That's
yeah, and
basically what
it's
it
like
felt like.
if I would have seen it and they would have let me go, I would have been hunting them down. So it's like I know where you're coming from. I would do the exact same thing you're doing. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. And the stalkers, man. The stalkers, those
Hold
things
on.
are
Which one? Oh yes, that came first, bro. Okay,
yeah.
so I love that we got them, but they're not using them how I want them to use them.
No, because
It-
okay, so they're talking about how they're not patrolling this one area. It would have made sense if the whole thing's patrolled, but Dina found like an underground passage that they had to go through. And no matter what, the wolves avoid going underground. The wolves are avoiding going in a building. They have massive amount of firepower. They could walk in during the day and eradicate all of those stalkers.
Yeah.
It's literally there. I would have preferred if they would have gone underground and they would have had that scene. But it's just because in my mind, I'm like, the wolves would have taken care of this. There's no way they would leave that many infected like that. The stalkers.
Yeah, they got mad firepower.
Yeah, so close to their base. So close. It makes sense that the scarred are a nuisance because, well, we'll get to that, but she walks in the building, they make it through, and then they hear the giggling, they hear the laughing, and oh my
dude, it is so damn creepy. But then what I love is like, you see one, like, okay, we can do that. Since 2 against 1, okay, it's 3. Okay, what the fuck? I was like,
we start hearing the laughing around them everywhere, and it's just like creepy.
Now, why I did love that, the whole point of them is not to just go at them, it's to try to
lure you
what I
away.
hated about them in the game is the fact that it's scary as shit, because you would hear them the second you sit there to shine your flashlight, they disappear. Every time you sit there and try to like sneak and run around, they pop up. You try to shoot them, now they disappear. That's why I don't. That's the one thing I don't like that they're not doing. It's like you show them, you see that they can sneak around, they're a little smarter, but then it's just an action scene where you can make it straight up scary, thrilling, all that. But no, it's just now it's we see them, they're smarter, now they're just coming at us. I don't.
Yeah,
they're using them wrong.
In that moment, they literally became like every other clicker. In that moment, and it was just like, okay, it was creepy when they were surrounded, but what makes the stalkers scary is you can't chase after them because you're going to get pinned. You have to keep your mind active and looking around at all times because they will find ways around and sneak up behind you. You have to kill them when they come after you, not when you're chasing them. That's what makes them scary. And it's just like, here they were just clickers.
Yeah,
they were just your regular zombie.
It's like once they started like shooting and coming after them, I didn't care no more. But when we kept seeing them, just multiply, then I was like, oh, this is about to be good. Oh, nope, it's another action scene. So they got to do better. But I doubt we're gonna see them again unless we see them in Abby's portion, Abby's season. But hopefully they use them. Hopefully they hear everybody's thoughts about the workers. Hopefully everybody's saying the same thing and they actually do it right next season.
Yeah, because, well, it's funny. Even though I didn't like the first time they were introduced because Ellie was acting childish with Dina, but the stalker was done right. The stalker lured Ellie into a trap. That's how they work and sneak up behind. They never come at you, straight at you. But and then this one, it's just they came straight at him. It's just like these aren't stalkers. These are like half breeds. They're not fully intelligent yet. So it's like, okay.
But still great. It's great design on it. I still liked it a lot.
And then of course Jesse comes out of nowhere to save him. And that's the thing that also bothered me. It's like there are how many of the stalkers acting like clickers now, and Jesse shows up and then they disperse? No, there are like 30 something in that building. They would have all charged Jesse.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They all get away. No, she's not bit. No, she's not bit. I was watching.
Oh yeah, dude, Jesse was straight up pissed. Now, also, because we only played the game one time. Was it Jesse? No, didn't Tommy go by himself, or was it actually Tommy and Jesse? I remember Tommy going by himself.
Tommy went by himself.
Okay. So they just added that in the show.
Yeah,
I guess that's cool.
It makes sense because Jesse cares for Dina, and Tommy, of course, doesn't want to let Joel's daughter sacrifice herself.
So but I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm glad he was there. I still was hoping it would be Tommy that would have saved him. It just would have felt better. And then Dina gets hit. But that's the freaking thing. The scarred. Oh my gosh. They try to sell you in the beginning of the season that they're these sympathetic people that are constantly being hunted. Constantly. And then what do we see when Ellie and Dina enter that one building for the first time? These people's stomachs are cut open. And you start
just like the game. I remember that scene.
These people, like, this is savage. What the heck happened here? And then you see she sees you, that kind of thing. She believes, written on the wall in blood. And then here you actively see it. You start by hearing the whispering, the fact that the wolves are afraid to enter.
Yeah.
But again, one thing I don't like is you guys have all the firepower. Burn down the park.
True.
Burn it down.
Not gonna lie, true. That's how they get in by. They get in by through the trees and everything.
Yeah, as soon as you start that fire, it will start going throughout. It has been there for a long period of time. There are dead branches, dead everything. So it was just like one of those things that gasoline dries out over a long period of time. But no matter what, even Ellie found the light switch because the generator's still full of gas, and I'm like, that would have dried out. Tanks of gas dry out, but it's like, okay, but if you have that much fuel, burn down the freaking park, burn it to the ground.
I ain't gonna lie, when they mentioned generator, all I could think about was that scene where in Last of Us Part 1 where Joel is on the elevator and then he falls all the way down, so now you're down there solo and you got to go for the generator. I hated that. I think that was everybody's worst mission because it's like, bro, we're in the basement by ourselves. We don't even have Ellie to crack some crappy jokes.
Yep. But that's the thing. It's just like burn down the forest. Burn down the forest. But the scarred are creepy. The second you start hearing that whistling,
and when Dina got shot in the leg with the arrow,
out of nowhere, you literally hear whistling, and then everyone starts looking around after they gutted the person in front of everyone, and then she gets shot.
And I love how she kept it together too. If she didn't, it'd have been a wrap on her.
Yeah, it's just the whistling though. That I can see why you are terrified in the game when you start hearing, because you don't know where they're at. You don't know where they're coming from.
When I was in the game and I heard that whistling, I automatically just start dodging. Because next thing you know, you would see somebody. And I'm like, damn it. Yeah, you automatically have to start dodging. Dude, I think within the next week or two, I'm buying me a new PS4 controller. I want to jump back on The Last of Us Part 2. Because that game is so damn fun, especially now that you see all these different factions with the scars. Like, bro, going against them is wild.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's just like, it makes sense that like a religious organization is absolutely psychotic. It just makes sense. It fits. I mean, because it just reminded me of like the Book of Eli. What was Gary Oldman's goal? To get the hold of the Bible so he could control the population. Religion has a way of being able to make people feel like they belong, and make people do what you say. And
that's why I don't like religion. I don't care for religion. Somebody grabs a hold of a fucking book and then all of a sudden they want to sit there and play God, man. I don't, man. I don't do it. No religion. I'm cool.
Like I told you, that friend you got, we both know the type of people. Like they transform into someone completely different. It's like,
don't you got no people like that too? I mean, I don't want to throw no
names. I know people who they're dead.
I still wanted to meet that person too.
Yeah, I literally say they're dead to me because they've chosen to disassociate themselves with the family. And I'm like, if you don't want to be a part of the family, I don't care. It's just like, if you don't want to keep your friends, I don't care. If you don't want to keep a part of society and isolate yourself in this small little community, it's like, I don't care.
Yeah, we're not animals. We live in a society.
Yeah. And I'm the type of person, if I was to actually visit someone who's so narrow-minded, I'll speak my mind.
Yeah.
I will speak my mind, and I'll get thrown out of those places because I'd just be like, "Oh, this is not what you're supposed to be doing."
Oh, I just like to say shit that piss people off. Perfect example, like when it comes to, hate to say it. Actually, I don't hate to say it. A woman president. Like, I work in a spot where this is like nothing but like the majority are women. Actually, no, we got a lot of guys in there, but like the managers are women. So they'd do some stupid shit, some silly shit. See, that's why I wouldn't have a female president.
Well, it's funny.
You got that mixed up. Now, see, what if you had to sit there and have a file of paper with the Russians or something? You fucked that up. Boom, just keep pissing them off.
It's funny because like India had a female prime minister, Indira Gandhi, and she put under house arrest the entire nation. And in my mind, because people were questioning her actions, so she got emotional and put under arrest the entire nation. And in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, this is why we don't have a female president. You hurt their feelings.
I love how as you were saying that, you were cutting out on my side. He's like, and then a slow enough, like, see, that's what we don't have a female president. Like, bro. It reminds me of that SpongeBob me. Just bad.
But yeah, but
back to the show. You gotta get back to the show.
Absolutely scary. And
well, we just lost all our female audience.
What? Yeah, they all dipped out. All two of them. My mom and my wife.
Oh god!
All two of them dipped out.
Somebody say something.
Yeah,
for real.
No, I'm just saying it's like that's the only female audience we would have.
Yeah. Right. But like, yes, the scar. Because I swear, like every time you saw the scars, you'll see the guy with his child. Boom, they're killed. You'll see the one that's getting tortured, and now boom, the tables are turned. Now we're doing the torture. I love that. Because now for a fact that they're a threat. You think they're the ones that are just getting slaughtered and they're defending themselves? No, like Isaac said, oh, maybe your people started the war. Maybe we started. Maybe you broke the truce. Maybe we broke the truce. Who cares? It's broken. This is where we at now.
Yeah, we're just torturing our own.
It doesn't matter who started it. It's happening now.
But that's the thing. Is like that's what I liked. Is like in one episode, Isaac was trying to interrogate for information, and the Scarred was just wanting to be tortured. He was not going to say anything. The next episode, they have a wolf who's willing to spill everything, and they're not wanting to hear it because wolves lie. Yeah, and then they just spill his guts.
He spilled everything.
Yeah, he spilled everything. But that's what I like.
What Negan say? Oh, would you look at that? There's your guts right there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I enjoyed that whole scenario. The stalkers. I liked how it started, and then it kind of went into just clickers.
Yeah.
Then you get into the park where it's literally right next door to the wolves, and their wolves are afraid to go in there because it's nothing but Scarred, and the Scarred are absolutely psychotic and absolutely scary. I freaking enjoyed that. Of course, when they split up, Ellie ends up running towards the hospital.
Yeah. Also, props on season 1 and 2 so far, just based off the set design. You can't tell me that if you played the game, that every scene is like, bro, they just went and grabbed the spot they did in the game. Like every scene that's come from the game looks exactly like that in the show. So I give them props on that.
Yeah.
But man, I'm not gonna lie, there was one scene. No, there was that scene where Dina and Ellie were talking, and oh yeah, I thought I was gonna keep this to myself. Ellie had her head down, dude, and I was just like, damn, Bella Ramsey do not look like Ellie. It's like her face, like the angle. It's like the angle. Her face was so damn long. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. She has a very receded hairline. I mean,
and
she's a
again,
good actress, but
I'm
doesn't look the
down.
part.
She's a great actress. She's doing great as Ellie. But and this is the thing that would be pissing me off, because every time somebody sit there and say, you know, oh man, this person should have been Ellie, you always have those motherfuckers that try to make it sexual. Oh, why do y'all need a 14-year-old to look cute? Dumbass. Ain't nobody saying that. We just want the person to look like the person we played with. That's all. I don't want to fucking see.
Dude, did you
I don't want to
just
see
literally say it like that?
Huh?
The person you played with?
Pause. Shut up.
You played as the person you
played with. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're playing a video game. That's like, I don't like. It's like I don't want to see Zendaya as Ellie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she's a good actress. That doesn't mean I want to see her as Ellie. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
I don't want to see Charlie Day as Joel.
Dog, I'll slap the shit out of him.
But the thing,
hey, kiddo.
But the thing is, like, everyone, when it comes to people complaining about the female casting, it's all about like sex. You're a sexist and all that. People complain about the guy. I didn't care for Pedro Pascal as Joel.
Hey, hold on. Time out.
Hugh Jackman, man, or the original voice actor.
Time out. You kind of struck something. Charlie Day as motherfucking Joel. And then no, he has to be Charlie Day from Always Sunny.
Yeah, this isn't like, that's the whole concept of Michael Cera is Shaft.
Yes, yes, I can rock
out of nowhere, but it'd be a comedic casting.
I can rock. I can honestly rock with Charlie Day as as Joe. I think that would be great.
He'd be the height of Ellie, man.
That is so true. That is so true. But okay, yeah, but now we're at the end and we get to when what is it, Nora? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell, I fucking hate Nora. Actually, I hate Abby's whole clan. I hate the whole gang. Okay. But I like how they did this scene, because again, it was bar for bar, same as the that's the thing. Same as the game. And this is the thing. When we sit there watching her clean up, you know, the wounded and all that, taking care of them, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't give a fuck. Don't sit there trying to show us like, oh yeah, look at her. She's helping her. I don't give a damn who she's helping out. She about to get killed, and I'm about to enjoy every second. The only part I hated about Ellie killing Nora is that she didn't take as long as I did when I played that part in the game, because I hit her and I hear her choking on her own blood. I hit her again and it gets worse. And I'm like, I hit her again and I wait a couple seconds. That whole scene, it took me about a good minute and a half. And here, bro, it was just too damn quick. I wanted to hear her choking on her blood.
They fade to black. We don't know how long it took. They fade to black. But okay, this is the thing I had issue with. It's like, again, the same thing I had issue with when Joel was dying and didn't defend his actions. Here, we have Ellie confronting Nora for the first time, and Nora's basically like, oh, he got what he deserved. He shot someone in the head. And that's the thing. It's just like, okay, he shot someone in the head, and he got tortured for it. I understand sacrificing one to save a million. I understand that concept, but still, Joel was saving his daughter. I know why they're not mentioning it in the show, why Ellie doesn't mention the fact that she was saved. She was only 13. Joel was protecting me. Why no one is saying it is because they're trying to make Joel out to be the villain. And every time they do that, it just makes me angrier and angrier and angrier, because it's like, guys, you're trying to force us to like Abby's character. If she would have just shot Joel, I would have been like, okay, she got her revenge. Ellie's going out for her revenge. But it would have just made sense, because what happened to Abby's father? Well, his brains got shot out. Why are you torturing Joel? Why?
I give you that.
None of them.
I understand.
None of them believed that Ellie was actually immune, that she didn't truly exist. None of them did. They even showed that in the cold open with Abby at her father's grave, because Nora's like, oh, is it true that, oh, it doesn't care. That's impossible. But yeah, he was going to harvest a 13-year-old girl. It's just, and he's a father trying to protect his child. I sympathize with Joel, and they're constantly they make me angrier because they constantly don't acknowledge that Joel was a father protecting his daughter. They are trying to get you to forget that, and it pisses me right off. Even Ellie doesn't say anything because the writers are trying to get you to sympathize with Abby torturing Joel. I
give you that. I give you that.
I think it would have been better if they would have just had Abby, even in the game, maybe shooting Joel a few times, but to torture him is just way too far. Was way too far, especially when you're trying to get revenge with your father who had a quick death. You're torturing the one who again.
Hey, you can't get mad at how somebody reacts to something.
Yeah,
they might, I fucking torture somebody.
Hindsight is 2020, but that's the thing. It's like I really wish they would just acknowledge the fact that Ellie was saved by her father. I wish Ellie would say something, but no. The only thing she does is grab a pipe and starts beating Nora. I loved it, but I still want Ellie to acknowledge that Joel did the right thing. That's the thing I have.
And we all want McDonald's to bring back the snack wraps. You can't get everything, But no, I completely understand what you're saying, because by them not mentioning it, it does make it seem like, he was just on some bullshit. It doesn't know, nobody ever mentions it. So I completely get where you're coming from.
Yeah. But in the end, I enjoyed seeing Nora get tortured. I enjoyed seeing, I think she did a good job acting there, where she's like choking up on her own blood, breathing in her pores.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I love that when Ellie is down there, one, you see Leon, and then two, also you got to think about it. That sucks. Like, you're down there damn near by yourself, breathing that shit in, basically merging with all the fungi and all that. It's kind of sad. I kind of wish he just put them out of their misery. It's kind of fucked up. And at some point, I kind of wish, like, you should just let Nora stay down there too. You should have beat her ass to a pulp to like an inch of her life and let
drag
her
over to the fungus.
Yes. Yeah. Damn, dude. See, Joel is not even so now you see how Abby feel. Now you see how Abby, because Joel is not even my daddy. And I'm doing the worst. Oh, you did that too? Dude, I'm taking steps further.
What do you mean Joel isn't your father? We were both Ellie and Joel in the last game. We know how he felt in the situation. Abby had no right to go that far, but she did. So now Ellie has the right to go as far as she wants. You escalate the scenario. You beat Nora to a pulp, and then you drag her over to Leon, and she becomes a part of the wall.
I wouldn't even drag her over to Leon. I'll put her in her own little fucking corner. That way she can be there by herself. Even worse. Bro, we ain't shit. Don't ever fuck with us. We're worse than Gerard Butler and Law Abiding Citizen. In an apocalypse with some shit like that. Not only, we get our mask. But I did like how Ellie was just walking over, breathing in the spores and all that good stuff. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, what do you mean we're both dead?
But that ending. Oh, I can't wait for the next episode.
I didn't care.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Dude,
Joel's gone.
My God.
Joel's gone.
The game. You already knew these flashbacks were coming. Already knew these flashbacks were coming. And guess what?
Yeah.
Bro? I loved it.
The dino scene.
Not even the dinosaur scene, but we getting the astronaut scene.
Dude, you just put the dino scene. That's all you want.
I want that. No, you talking about the giraffe scene? We got that. The scene that's just as good is the fucking astronaut scene. Now we getting that. I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. I love that. Mission.
But the thing, I just wanted to see her getting her revenge, and now we're getting a flashback to Joel, and I'm like, dude, you're gone. You're gone.
Hey, kiddo. I was like, oh, you called her kiddo. So because next episode is gonna basically be their fall off. Whew. Oh yeah. So hold on.
Oh, we're gonna see Eugene.
Maybe. Okay, because I'm trying to see where we at now. So we killed Nora, but she still has to kill. She still has to kill Owen. She still has to kill the pregnant chick, and she still has to kill the one dude that was about to kill her. Remember?
Yeah. The one who got pissed that he got bit or something.
That got sliced.
Yeah. So there is we just finished day 2. We're gonna do a flashback, and then day 3, and then it's over.
Damn, really? That was how they going
next season.
How they gonna get through all that? Like, because honestly, there were more flashbacks But I mean, really, we don't need all the flashbacks. We can just keep the one where they fell off. Because I mean, they can throw all the flashbacks in that one episode next week.
Yeah, or
but
just have them as like they should have just had all the flashbacks as cold opens. I would have preferred that. Like maybe a 5 to 10 minute long cold open, and then you get like a title sequence. I would be okay, and then you get a 20-minute episode, and it's just like there's
I want my whole
episode.
I want my whole episode on Ellie's birthday. I want that whole episode. I'm trying to see right now. I think it is 7 episodes. Seven.
Yeah,
it's 7. Yep, 7 episodes. So damn. Okay.
So they're having the flashback episode next week, and then it's the day 3
season finale. Yep. And Jesse is getting popped.
Oh, good.
Yep, that's the episode he's gonna get popped unless they switch it up somehow. Okay. Feels so quick. This season feels so quick. Maybe they could have thrown 8 episodes. I feel like that'd have been fine.
Well, it
depends on how they do it, though. It depends on how they do it.
It's also the fact that the episodes look like they're an hour long, and they're 40 minutes each. And then if you actually take out or actually remove everything that doesn't add substance to the show, it's actually much shorter than it is. You could probably make 1 to 2 movies, one really long movie out of everything so far. That's it. That's actually substance to the story.
Like that.
But again, the best part about it is when it gets all creepy, when you hear the whistling, when you hear the giggling of the stalkers, when you're walking through a building trying to hide from the wolves because you're in their territory after witnessing what happened to the wolves when the Scarred got a hold of them. It's just all that just seems far more game related than everything else. I like the aspect that make me go like, oh, this is the game. Just like the whole walking through the bottom of the hospital. How many times did Joel need Ellie's help in the first game because the spores were in the air and Ellie was the only one who could walk through, take care of things?
Yep.
Oh,
honestly, I can't wait for season 3 just to see how they do Abby's story. And I can't wait for season 3 just so everybody can shit on it just because it's Abby's story.
Dude, people are already bombing the season 2.
But I mean, they're about to bomb it, nigga, like a motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like I can understand some people's complaints, but I think a lot of people went in wanting to be unhappy. I am unhappy with the things that bother me, but I still enjoy some aspects about it. But other than that, I could still have some fun with the show.
Yeah.
I still have some fun, but some people are going in just to be pissed off by the little things.
Yeah. Regardless, we don't care about them. Fuck them. But overall, though, actually, I really enjoyed this episode. Good episode.
Yeah, good episode.
Isabella Merced is fine as hell. Dina, she fine as hell. Honestly, the chick that plays the chick that's like the actual like face and body model of Dina is fine. So